Coming up next, see how a dream turned into one of Napa Valley's hottest resorts.
Located in what was once an olive grove, now stands the dream of one man.
Well, Doug, I'm so delighted. Finally, I have accomplished the dream of my life. You know, when originally I had the idea of building the Auberge, I thought of, you know, having a little place with 6, 8 guests to kind of, you know, support my life in the country. And it turned out to be a little bigger than I thought. But I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm very proud of it.
Claude Rouas is owner of the Auberge du Soleil in Napa Valley. The restaurant of the Auberge has built an excellent reputation over the past 4 years, but that small hotel Claude wanted in the country was just opened in June of this year.
Okay, this is a Alsace 3. It's one of the suites which every single unit really have the same floor plan. Yeah, the same floor plan. The only thing different is the art.
This is wonderful.
Isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
This reminds me of New Mexico.
Well, it reminds me of south of France. It's very hard to define where it really is.
It is in the
But
Napa Valley.
the most important, it's in the Napa Valley.
In the beginning, Claude had some problems getting his project off the ground. First was finding an architect who could turn his dream into concrete.
Claude, here's where people are going to be coming in to the restaurant. When you come out, you'll be
Finally, Sandy Walker understood what he wanted.
Well, if the entry is here, you will have the receptionist on the right-hand side as you come in. And then the door into the dining room is on the left at the end of the hallway. So I think the maitre d' should stand just by that corner. I love the idea of the guests walking into the establishment and having the view right then, and as they get closer, the view becomes even more beautiful.
There were the problems with the planning commission. And then, people who said they'd back the project financially decided to pull out.
It's very tough. At some time, you get annoyed, you get disappointed, you get disenchanted, but you have to keep on going.
He managed to get other partners who believed in his concept.
We've been on the block from day one. It's been a very successful venture.
To look at Claude's dream hotel, you might think that he was born to great wealth. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Well, I was born in North Africa, and we were 6 children. My parent died when they were very young. I came from a very poor background. I had no schooling whatsoever, but I had a schooling of life, which I think is the most important one. And I would not change a single thing. I'm having a fantastic life.
When he was 14, at his older brother's suggestion, he went to hotel and restaurant school. Later, he worked at Maxims in Paris and eventually made his way to America with very little money and able to speak only limited English.
Ça va?
Ça va bien?
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait aujourd'hui? Ah, c'est beau, ça. Ah, oui, ça, c'est parfait.
He became the manager of Ernies in San Francisco. But in 1965, he wanted to open his own restaurant. But not just any restaurant. He wanted LEtoile on Nob Hill, a restaurant he still co-owns.
You know, I'm from the old school, and what I try to provide to people is comfort, relaxation, with a certain kind of elegance without being too uptight. And I've succeeded. I mean, it's been working.
Very nice presentation.
Yes, really is.
Thank you.
Claude has made his esteemed reputation on his restaurants, hiring some of the best in the business, like Chef Michel Cornu.
What was the reaction yesterday of the lobster that you served as a special?
Oh, they loved it. They loved it. They said
Because, you know, people ask me, you know, for being in the business, have you ever cooked? I said, no, I've never, but I'm a good tester.
You've never cooked?
Never cooked. But I do test well. I have a good palate.
Terrible.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody who has a dream that they'd like to fulfill? I mean, what do you say to people?
Well, if they feel really like they have a talent, something going, they have to be stubborn about it and keep going until they have reached the goal.
Never give up.
Never give up. This is one thing you cannot afford to do. It's, you know, it's a long, as I've said many times, it's a long-waited dream. And I waited for it, and now that I have accomplished it, sometime I wake up at night and I said, my God, Claude, have you really accomplished that?